jail for BA pilot 4 times limit after drinking vodka and wine before his flight. He was arrested on board a Boeing 777 by armed police after a technician making pre-flight checks smelled booze on his breath. Yesterday the father of 2 did not react as he was sentenced to 8 months by a judge who told him he had put the safety of the aircraft and all those aboard at risk. Lewes Crown Court in Sussex heard Monaghan's career had gone up in smoke. He would never work as a commercial pilot again and his teenage son had not spoken to him since the incident. Judge Janet Vodka told him it must have been humiliating to be arrested and it was a personal tragedy he had lost his career. But she added, "What better deterrent for a pilot is to what can happen if you drink than to see what has happened to you." South Africa-based Monaghan, who was dressed in a dark blue suit and white shirt, had pleaded guilty to reporting for duty while over the limit at a previous hearing. The court had been told he had 1 glass of wine on an overnight flight to Gatwick from Cape Town, on which he traveled as a passenger. He had nothing to eat but then drank 3 vodkas with Diet Pepsi by 11:15 am. After he was arrested aboard the jet due to take off at 8:20 p.m. police found a reading of 86 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milligrams of blood. That was more than 4 times the 20 milligrams limit allowed for pilots and above the drink-drive limit of 80 milligrams. Pilots must follow a strict bottle-to-throttle policy forbidding them from drinking 8 hours before a flight. Monaghan, who was chewing gum when arrested, had been rostered as the jet's 3rd pilot and had intended to sleep for several hours in a bunk until he was needed. But Judge Vodka said he would have been called on to step into the breach if anything had happened to the 2 other pilots. She added, "The safety of passengers and public confidence in pilots is critical." Imlan Jones, mitigating, told the court, "This is a sad case from a personal perspective. He is a man of exemplary character who grew up wanting to be a pilot as a boy. He bitterly regrets what happened." After the hearing, Monaghan, who had worked for BA for 17 years and was a senior first officer, was led to a prison van in handcuffs. The airline said his behavior had been completely unacceptable.